Well, hello there, guys and gals of Mazske Finance World. How you doing? Hey, like those pineapples up there. That's a picture on the wall. Yeah, hopefully doing outstanding. I know it's been a little while since I made my last video, but today is Thursday, June the 19th, year 2025. Yep, Mazske is doing outstanding. You won't believe all the adventures we've been on and everything like that. Oh, a little glare there, I guess. That's the balcony out there. But anyway, are you on your way to financial independence? You should be by now. You've had plenty of time since my last video to go back and watch all my videos. Because I guarantee you, the best that I can, can't guarantee anything. That's my disclaimer, because I'm not a CPA, not an attorney, not a financial advisor. I'm just Mazske. But I can almost guarantee you that if you watched all of my videos, you might get a little bored, but you will learn. You will get literally handed in nuggets of information, the keys to the castle on how you can become financially independent. That's what I said. You, no matter what income you make right now, can become financially independent. How can you do that? The easy answer is, sorry about that glare, the easy answer is go back and watch all my videos. The next answer, because I know most Americans, most people in the world nowadays are lazy. They're addicted to the phones. A lot of you have clicked out by now. But all you got to do is start buying real estate one house at a time, one house at a time, one house at a time. And before you know it, you will be financially independent. Do not become greedy. Don't chase the buku bucks. Be satisfied with getting a few. Be satisfied with getting 5 or 10. Be satisfied with getting a few other alternative assets. And sure, over time it'll grow, you'll get more and more, but don't succumb to the lure of millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars just because you want to be, oh, I got 100 houses. I got 1,000 units. I'm approaching $100 million net worth. Who gives a rat's butt? You don't need it. You do not need it. Just get what you need to live a comfortable life. Focus on your health. Make yourself healthy. Do you know what we do every day? Literally, not almost every single day, but yes, every single day pretty much. Except when we're traveling, we travel a lot nowadays. We eat lots of things. We eat pineapples. I just picked up a pineapple today. Here, let me show it to you real quick. See that little pineapple? $1. Because I've learned the prices that Panamanians pay. Okay, I'm in the country of Panama. $1. Up here. This is a different shaped one. You know what that is? You might think it's like an eggplant or something or another, but it's an avocado. Avocados come in different shapes and sizes. What else we got in here? We got red onion down there. We got plantains. We got tomato down there. We got grapes. We got blueberries. Got lemons. Okay, every day we eat healthy. Why? Because what's the point of getting wealthy if you can't be healthy? Do you eat bacon every day? Do you eat bacon 5 times a week? Do you eat hot dogs every day, a couple times a week? Do you eat steak? Don't you love a thick steak cooked on the grill outside? Do you? Do you eat processed foods? Do you have Twinkies, Oreo cookies, ice cream, cake, pies? Stuff that comes in boxes. Do you get Papa John's, Domino's, pizza, fast food, McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, all that kind of stuff? Do you buy stuff from 7-Eleven, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Is that how you eat? Shoot, eat natural. The more natural you eat, the better it is. Drink green tea, drink coffee. I drink this coffee. I got bags up here. All right, I don't know if you can see that. Cafe Robusta, see it, Molito, that's ground. I also get, let me reach up here and get it. I also get this one, same brands, Cafe Robusta, but it's in granos. It's the beans, coffee beans. I got a little grinder. Where's my grinder? I just got a little grinder. I gotta wash it. I used it this morning. Got that little grinder, grind up beans. I make my coffee in a little French press. Don't have any filters to deal with then. I eat organic oatmeal. If you eat oatmeal, if you can't afford to buy organic, I understand completely. I was that way. Buy organic oatmeal and buy organic coffee. Those are two things that are important that you get organic, because oatmeal, they spray Roundup on oats. All right, so if you get regular just oatmeal, non-organic, they spray Roundup on it because I guess the way oats grow, weeds grow in it, so they spray chemicals. Do you want to eat Roundup? Roundup kills weeds and grass. Don't eat it. So get organic oatmeal, Bob's, whatever that's called over there. That's organic. Coffee, any coffee is healthy. Don't add in artificial sweeteners. Don't put in milk. You can put in plant milk, okay? Do not put in dairy milk. There's a reason for that. Dairy. I will tell you something we just bought yesterday. All right, but put in soy milk, oat milk, almond milk. Drink it black. Don't add sugar. And coffee is extremely healthy. Studies show coffee will reduce the chance of cognitive decline as you get older. If you are two people, 65, 70 years old, if one's a coffee drinker and one's a non-coffee drinker, the coffee drinker statistically will still be alive 10 years from now. The non-coffee drinker will have a higher chance that they won't be alive 10 years from now. I'm not saying they won't make it 10 years, of course, everybody's different, okay? But studies show that people who drink coffee do live longer than the non-coffee drinkers. Keep that in mind. Studies show that people that eat bacon every day and hot dogs and fast food and junk food and ultra-processed food don't live as long as the people who eat more natural food, okay? So what did Mr. and Mrs. Mazske purchase yesterday? What did we spend our hard-earned money on? I'll tell you, can't you see I'm beaming? We are the proud parents of 3 beautiful girls and 1 handsome boy. What am I talking about? I'm talking about cows. We bought 3 female cows and 1 male cow, a bull, just yesterday. They are 7 months old. They're young. They're energetic. They're spry. They're etc. And yes, again, I'm here in the country of Panama, not in the United States. I don't know if you have cattle in the United States or you're familiar with them, what would it cost for you to buy a cow in the United States of America or wherever you live at that's about 7 months old? They're not fully grown. They're still young, but they're off drinking their mama's milk. Okay, what would you pay? I don't know. I don't know what you pay. What I paid, and I know we paid a tad pricey, but we just wanted to get started. Sometimes to get started, it's just like with real estate. You might overpay for your first rental property. As long as you buy a good house, that's okay. It's okay. Because guess what? Over time, if you start renting it now, over time, rents in most neighborhoods will typically increase over time. So what was perhaps a mediocre real estate deal today for a rental, 10 years from now, you're cash flowing good money. 30 years from now, when you pay the mortgage off, you're really cash flowing, you're rolling it in. Same with cows. 3 females, 1 bull. The law of nature. What would happen if everything goes okay? What will happen? Maybe a year and a half from now, 2 years from now, we might have our first child, our first baby. Possibly. Maybe we'll get a second. Maybe in that next year and a half, 2 years, we'll add a few more female cows. So we'll have 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, we don't know. We have a baby or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. They get older, they grow, cows grow fast, okay? It's just like rental property. You may, when you buy your first rental house, think, by golly, this is stressful. This first house, I had to apply for a mortgage. I had to deal with the bank. I had to provide tax returns and proof of homeowner's insurance and get a survey and get an inspection. Try to clean my house up and rehab it and spend $10,000 for this and $5,000 for this. Is it never going to end? It's horrible. It's stressful. But then you get your first one. And then you get a tenant in it finally. And maybe it takes you a month or 2 or 3 or 6 to get that tenant in. And then hopefully if you screen them well, you get a good tenant. The rent checks are coming in. Then all of a sudden, you can breathe. You start recouping some of that money you spent. I got that magical box over there by that code name that came from Amazon. that does this periodically, the music just shuts off, and then give it a minute or so and it'll start back up. So anyway, the music stopped. But anyway, cows and real estate, they're very similar. You start small, just like stocks. You start small. I don't care if you're really low income like I was, like Maskey was before. Buy stocks. You can buy them with $5, $10, $20. I just bought 2 months ago maybe. What I have? I had $50, I think, and I bought a position in ETF. It cost me like $7, $8. So I bought like 7 shares, something like that. Whatever it was. Maybe I had $25 and I bought 3 shares. That might have been it. I think I had $25 and I bought 3 shares. That's it. But I started, and guess what? I now have 72 shares of that ETF. Okay? You start small and you build up. It's not a race. It's not a competition. Look at me. I'm getting gray hair, right? Or maybe you might say you got gray hair. You're not getting, you got gray hair. Okay? I'm 57 years old. That means I'm knocking on the door to age 60. But I feel good. I feel better than I did 20, 30 years ago. I'm healthier. Sure, I got my aches and pains. Well, guess what? I got aches and pains, but I am looking into getting some stem cell treatment, possibly. Haven't done anything yet. I haven't made the commitment yet. But there's places. There's a place here in Panama. There's a cheaper place that I found out up in, I call it up in because it's north of me, Mexico, for like $1,000 or so. You can get stem cell therapy. It's an idea. It's an idea. Something I may do. All right. So anyway, have you bought your first rental house yet? Do you have your stock portfolio? Is it growing? I personally, for stocks, like dividend-paying stocks now. The stock market is overvalued. It's the average earnings of the S&P 500 it's pricey. It's expensive. Stocks are fickle sometimes. They go with the market, and there's speculation that we will have a recession at some point. Nobody knows when. It might be 2 months from now. It might be 2 years from now. It might be 5 years from now. We don't know when. But when there is a recession, the stock market will typically crash. And what happens? Ever since I've been following the market in the late 90s, every time the market crashes, as it's going up, more and more money is being put into the market. But as it starts coming down, money's coming out. As the market's getting lower and lower, more money's coming out. When people are selling, when the market's down here, they're taking a loss probably, perhaps, maybe. You should be buying when the market's down here because eventually, and it might be 5, 10, 15 years before eventually, the market will come back up or go back up. Okay? Same thing with real estate. Real estate market's fickle. I just sold a house in Florida like 2 months ago. I caught the market coming down, but since I've sold it in 2 months, the value of my house that I sold has dropped about $15,000 to $20,000 more. It's still going down. So the person that bought my house back then, if they bought it, I never met them. If they bought it as an investment to go up, initially the price is going down, and the speculation in the state of Florida, just like a lot of the country is, prices may drop lower. So as they drop lower, if he decides to sell next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, he might sell at a lower price. But this goes for you buying your rental property. If you buy it, keep it, rent it, keep the roof good on it, keep things fixed in it, you hold on to it for a long time, odds are it's going to be worth more in the future than it was today. If you decide to sell at some point, that's your prerogative. I have sold rental property. Normally I try to sell them to take a profit and buy more than one. Like I sold one house and bought 4 houses at one point in time. I did 2 cashback refinances on 2 properties I have and bought 9 houses several years ago. Okay? So where there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way. There's lots of sayings. There's multiple ways to skin a cat. That's just, don't take that literally. Okay? But if you want to become financially independent, it's your journey. You make your path. You don't have to copy Mazske. You don't have to copy any other YouTube out there. You don't have to copy your buddy who's investing. You yourself up here, figure out your game plan. Figure out your game plan. I'll tell you a few things I now own, either myself or the missus, that we are not working. We haven't worked for several years now, okay? We own rental property. You probably know that. We own some stocks. You probably know that. We own one ETF. You know that. We also own mineral rights acreage that produces cash flow every month, probably till I'm dead and gone and my kids or my grandkids are getting the cash from the mineral rights acreage. We have an oil drilling investment, actual oil drilling. They're drilling new wells. We have an investment in that. We have an investment in a pipeline in what's now called the Gulf of America. There's a pipeline under that Gulf down there that we now are small business owners of that. We own, have an investment in a tequila distillery investment down in Mexico. Okay, so we got that. And now we have 4 cows. 4 cows. You ever read any books, novels, or watch old TV shows? You ever seen something like back in the day, like the 1800s maybe? Early 1800s, mid 1800s? Some family decided to move west from the East Coast. They moved west. And they got a wagon, they got Ma, Pa, and they got their kids in there. Maybe they got their dog, and they got a cow trailing behind the wagon. And that cow might be something that they need to survive. And perhaps during that first cold winter, a starving wolf kills their cow. Or perhaps they need to sell their cow because times are really tight and they're starving. They sell their cow to get some money. But then when they spend the money's gone. But if they keep the cow, cows can be income producing. Maybe they produce milk and humans do drink milk. Or maybe they have a baby and then you got 2 cows. You got 3 mamas and maybe each have a baby. Now you got 3 mamas, now you got 6. Plus you got a bull, you know. You do like we do. So think about it. We all have different paths. Choose your own path. You can copy somebody, you can learn, you can copy me if you want, you can copy anybody else, but figure out your own path. Carve your own niche. Do your own thing. If something else works for Joe Blow or Jane Doe, copy them, but it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Copy me, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Learn from others, but choose your own path. All right? So that being said, Mazke's going to wrap this up. Mazke's looking forward to watching his new children grow up. What I'm going to try to do, I got to get there and get some food and feed them by hand, with my hand, get them used to me, because when they're young, if they get used to me, that'll help when perhaps they weigh 1,500 or 2,000 pounds and I want to go out there and say hi to them. I don't want them mauling me. So try to get them used to me now, and maybe they'll be used to me no matter how big they get. Because that bulls can have a temper sometimes, and some of those bulls get 2,000 pounds easy. So don't want to get run over by a bull. So anyway, have a great day. Let me know what you think of this casual video. Oh, I am going to be moving again. We're in this condo on the 16th floor right now. 16th floor, it's the top floor of this building we're in. I'll show you. You can get off if you want to. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough. I'll show you this condo. I'm walking out on this balcony. Guess what? On this balcony, I came up earlier. There's 2 little birds out here. And I can't walk over there now because there's bird poop down there. But there's 2 little birds out here. They were down at the bottom there. We're 16 stories high. And I went back inside to grab a broom. And I came back out. There's 3 birds. And I was like, my goodness, what am I going to do? I said, I'm going to get a towel. I went back inside to get my towel, and I came back outside, and there was 4 little birds. And they had gotten on the balcony, but they couldn't get off. They couldn't fly up over the railing there. And the parents and the cousins and uncles and aunts of the birds were flying around out there squawking, trying to get them. So I got the towel, and the first ones I got 2 at one time. I assisted 2 in getting over. And then I got the 3rd, then I got the 4th. The 4th one was freaking out because he's by himself, but I was able to get him and not injure him and get him off there. So anyway, we're in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 3-bathroom condo. I'm not going to walk into the bedrooms, but you got 1, You got a bedroom in there. You got three bathrooms. You got two bathrooms, one in each bedroom, and you got a back here, the entranceway right there. That door right there, that's a third bathroom. That's like a guest bathroom. We got a kitchen. Got a beautiful view out this window. There's probably a glare if I come over here, but there's a beautiful view. If you can see back there, looking out over there, look at that. Look at that. And there's the, where is it? That's that side. There's the beach down there. So you got that. So and there's our laundry room back in that corner. All right, so we're wrapping this up. But we are moving to a different location. This building does not have a gym in it. We're moving just a couple miles down the street. Well, I'll show you actually, if we can see. I don't know if you can see. I'm not going to walk out there again. But there's a complex over that way by beach, less than a mile away. By road, it's 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive. We're going to move into there. We're going to have an ocean view. We're going to have 4 bathroom, I think it is. One of those bedroom bathrooms is considered like a maid's quarters. So we'll use maid's quarters probably. We're not going to get a live-in maid. We're going to use that as a pantry, I do believe. That building has a fairly nice gym in it. It has a really nice swimming pool, and it's right there. It's not on the beach like this one is, but it's a 3-minute walk to the beach. You got to go down the elevator and walk over. We're going to the 13th floor over there. All right, this got long enough. All right, y'all have a great day. Mazskes signing out.